out of all of the visitors to your website, every single visitor, what percentage of them actually make a purchase?
Welcome back to Hot Mess Consulting and our awesome video series that we're doing. We are talking about conversion rate optimization, and I am here with Angela, our head dreamer, CEO, founder, awesome things.
Hey.
And also Karla, who is the deliverables manager and magician of all things Shopify.
Hey everyone.
And I'm Rebecca. I am the marketing manager here at Hot Mess. So Angela, I know that conversion rate optimization is something that you love talking about. And it's a question that you hear a lot. Would you say that it's like one of the number one questions that you hear?
Well, it should be actually, but it's more surprising how often it's not the question when really, any improvements that we want to make to our website should relate back to this. So it's a good one to talk about.
Yeah. So we're going to dive in to a lot of topics surrounding this. And to start us off, when you're talking about conversion rate optimization, you have to start with conversion rate and what is it? So what is conversion rate?
Yeah, I think it's one of those e-com terms that sounds like more intimidating than it really is. A lot of business in general sounds more intimidating, but when you really get down to it, it's pretty simple. So it's really just out of all of the visitors to your website, every single visitor, what percentage of them actually make a purchase? Like all the way to the end, they click buy, you get their money, you send them the product. How many people out of the visitors that come click buy? And in e-commerce, the standard is surprisingly low. If you didn't know already, it's only about 2% for our industry. So as you can imagine, that means you need to drive a ton of traffic, which is a whole nother topic. But also that when they're hitting your website, you want to make sure that your website is set up in a way that it's easy for them to navigate. I mean, we'll get into all of the little nitty-gritties, but that is what it is. Yeah.
So if we're going to break it down then to like an equation, you would say this divided by that equals what are those things that they would be looking for?
Yeah. So it's basically just the number of visitors that come to your site. Let me think.
It's the other way around. Yep. Math.
I know.
Purchases? Is it purchases? Yeah. Orders.
Purchases divided by the number of visitors, basically, is your conversion rate. Yeah. Which this is why, and actually I've never been bad at math. I just don't like it at all.
You don't have to be good at math to figure this.
But right on our website, we have a calculator for you too that goes over a bunch of things related to this. So don't worry about the mathematics of it. You can find other calculators, but that is in a nutshell what it really is though.
So if somebody was looking then to figure out what their conversion rate is and what those numbers are, the number of purchases and the number of visitors to their site, where would they go in Shopify to find that? Karla?
So Shopify has some built-in analytics already right there for you, and you can pull them up and see how many people have hit your site. You can actually set your time spans. You can do monthly, you can do weekly, you can even do daily if you want to see how many people hit your site. I'm just trying to remember what that tab is called because my brain has gone blank.
And I think it's called analytics, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. In the analytics side. Yes. And it gives you some pretty graphs and breakdowns, and it actually tells you how many people have converted, how many people have abandoned their carts, and you can see that conversion rate on there as well.
If someone is tracking their conversion rate over time, just to kind of see like how their boutique is growing and all of that, is there a recommended like time span that you tell people to like look at to compare, one time period to the next? What is a good time span for people to be looking at for their conversion rate?
I would say a lot of that depends on how much traffic that you're actually getting. Because if you're getting like thousands of hits to your website per day, for example, then every single day really is enough data to go off of. Where if you're, only getting, 20 to 50, I mean, less than 100 hits per day, you definitely want to look in bigger chunks, like at least a month, if not even more, because it's really not a lot of traffic. Unfortunately, and we get that, this is what we really do get a lot, is like, I'm getting a lot of traffic, but nobody's purchasing. And then we look and it's really not a lot of traffic. So you just have to remember that, because, in the industry, the conversion rate the standard is just so low. And you need so much traffic. It means that you need a ton of traffic to have enough data to really make decisions. So this is where it gets tricky, because like, say that you have an idea of something because the smallest things too can impact your conversion, especially when it comes down to those steps of the puzzle of your funnel, where, your customer gets from one spot to the next, hitting to your website and then, finding the product that they're wanting and then hitting that add to cart button. Anyway, those little moments of getting to that next step are what's most important. So it can be something really small. It can be moving the button higher, making it bolder, making it bigger, making it brighter, things like that. So say you have an idea for something that you think is going to make an impact on your conversion. Well, if you're only driving, 10 to 15 hits to your website per day, it's just not enough data for you to really even see whether that made an impact. So that's just what you want to keep in mind. But if you don't have a ton of traffic, definitely look in 30, 60, or 90-day spans.
Yes. And as Angela mentioned, we have a boutique traffic calculator where you can put in those numbers and see like what, if you want to increase your numbers, your sales, increase your conversion rate. You guys, my cat is drinking water out of my glass on my desk right now. I'm sorry. She just came over here and okay, so we have like put a pause
animals. I love all the animals.
Hannah can fix it. Hannah will fix this. Look at.
No, I think this needs to be included.
Or put it in the bloopers.
That's super cute though.
So the boutique traffic calculator can help you figure out like where you need to focus your efforts.
Like Shopify, for example, yes, all of your product pages could be exactly the same. That's fine. But you can also create a special product page template for a particular product. So if you want to really spend some time on this one product page because you're driving hits each day there, then that's what you want to do. And just keep making changes until you're getting a higher conversion rate on that one page. So anyway, I'm going to probably be going into a lot of little tangents all over the place.
That's
so
good.
Bear
That's
with me,
all right.
bear with me.
Yes. So when it comes to conversion rate optimization, why, as we move into that part of it, why does that even matter? And I think that everybody probably knows, but like, why does the idea of optimizing your site for conversion rate matter? It's a simple question, but an important one.
Sales.
Yes.
You want them to hit buy and check out and complete checkout. So optimizing the journey and the process is key to get that checkout.
And you want to do it, especially like in, at the same time as you're focusing on marketing efforts. And it's like, because if you're it's to make the most out of your marketing. I mean, you could just throw thousands of dollars into something like Facebook ads, but if they're hitting a site that's converting at a really low rate, and this is where our calculator is actually pretty cool to see that difference of if this is the hits that you're getting and this is your conversion rate. If you're getting enough traffic to your website, enough good traffic, good as in they're actually people that could potentially be your customer. You're not like trying to target for some totally other genre of product or something, but say the traffic is quality, and you're getting enough of it, a tiny increase in conversion rate can make a huge difference when it comes to your actual revenue, your actual sales coming in. So, yeah.
Which also, I would say, think that, a lot of people maybe get stuck on just looking at their revenue, like dollar amounts, right? And like think like, oh, I'm hitting this X number, dollar amount, and they think, oh, I'm good. But that's not giving you a full picture of what's happening.
Right.
Whereas,
and yeah, that goes along with making, the most out of your marketing efforts too, because if you're putting in, and when I say putting in, it could be money, time, whatever resources, energy that you're putting in, that's all great. But what if you could be getting more out of it, right? And that's optimization. Need more? Check out the blog at hotmessblog.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. Cheers!